난 꿈을 꾸네.
Hey guys, it's Jessica and welcome back to the Sugar Crystal Kitchen. Today I will be showing you guys how to make this absolutely gorgeous black forest cake, and it almost looks like it's store-bought. It's super impressive and it tastes amazing, so let's get right into the recipe. To start off, I'm going to be making some simple syrup with 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a tablespoon of water, and about 2 tablespoons of the cherry juice that you find at the bottom of the maraschino cherry jar. And you're just going to pop this into the microwave and stir it until it dissolves. Now, of course, because this is a black forest cake, we have to have chocolate curls, so I make them by myself by using a peeler and just running across a bar of chocolate, and so you guys get these adorable curls, and then I just place them into the fridge while we work on the rest of the cake. Now here I already have a chocolate sponge cake that I layered into 3 sections, and this is just my basic sponge cake recipe with a 1/4 cup of cocoa flour substituted for the regular flour. Now as you can see here, I am just soaking my cake with the simple syrup I made earlier, and this just makes it have a nice sweet flavor and give it some moisture. This time I also pre-made my whipped cream already, and I will leave that in the description box below. And I also have some homemade cherry compote here, but of course if you are too lazy to do that yourself, you can always buy it from the supermarket. Now that we have a layer of whipped cream, a layer of the fresh cherry compote, we are going to cover the cherries with another layer of whipped cream and just put a dollop on top and spread it out with your offset spatula. Now moving on to the next layer, we're just going to repeat the same process again, soaking the cake with some simple syrup, spreading on a thin layer of whipped cream, and scooping on the cherry compote. I will leave the recipe in the description box below for those of you who are interested, and then again we're just going to cover the cherries with some whipped cream. After that, just place on your final layer of sponge cake and soak it generously with that simple syrup. And once you've done that, it's time for the most fun part of making a cake. We are going to start frosting it with all of that lovely whipped cream. When you're frosting cakes with whipped cream, you always want to start with a large dollop of cream on the top and then start smoothing it out with your spatula and move on towards the sides. And then once you've got a thin layer, you want to cover it with some more whipped cream until you get a nice thick coat. Here I'm just taking my offset spatula and smoothing out the sides, as well as cleaning my cake tray. And once you've done that, you can start to clean up the top of your cake. This part is very important. You want to gently glide over the top so it leaves a nice smooth finish. And now it's time to get decorating. I have an icing cone here, which I just ran around the side of my cake to give a beautiful pattern. And I also have some chocolate ganache that I placed into a ziploc bag, and all I did was pipe it in a swirl on top of my cake so I can create this beautiful spider web pattern. And all you have to do for that is take a toothpick and drag it in opposite directions across the entire top. Now with more of that chocolate ganache, we're going to make this a chocolate drip cake. So running around the sides of the cake, we are going to purposefully drizzle some of that chocolate down the sides, and you can see it makes this beautiful drip pattern. Now with my whipped cream in a piping bag fitted with an open star tip, I'm piping 6 dollops of whipped cream equally around the top of the cake. At this point, we are going to do the most important part of this cake, and that's topping it with some maraschino cherries. So just place 1 on each dollop of whipped cream. Now remember those chocolate curls that we made earlier? This is where we're going to use them. So between each dollop of whipped cream on top, we're going to sprinkle them in, and we're also going to cover the sides of the cake with them by pressing them in with a spoon gently. And that is all there is to making this gorgeous black forest cake. I hope you guys definitely give this recipe a try because it turns out so stunning and it would make the perfect birthday cake for anyone who loves chocolate and cherry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!